Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hi, my name is Reese Bunnage from SOLVD.cloud, and if you use Salesforce Revenue Cloud or CPQ, I'm sure that you have used discounting within your organization. And today, I'm going to be showing you a comparison strategy between discount schedules and price rules, which are two different ways to set up automation for discounting within your organization. And I'll just be walking through from the very beginning with you. So if you don't have anything set up, if you've just been manually typing in discount percentages or amounts, this is going to save you so much time and reduce the amount of errors that you'll experience within your organization so that you can make sure that you're getting the amount of money that you need to. Okay, so here we've got my example or development organization. This should look similar, at least in format to you. This is just Salesforce CPQ. And I'm going to go ahead and just begin by typing in discount schedules, which you can do as well. And as you can see, I don't have anything on here yet, which is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and create a new discount schedule together. And I'll show you a little bit about what the options are on here. But yeah, first, let's just create a name. Okay, so schedule name could be whatever you want. I'll just be a little bit more specific here. I'm going to say volume 10 to 20. We'll just do a discount for that for simplicity's sake. And for this simple one, you really only need to care about these three fields, all the ones that are required. So type this as you can read it. It determines the type of discount. Choose the type of discount that determines how the amount or percentages will be subtracted for price. So you'll see there's range and slab. Range base, let's say for example, you have 15 units of this product and you want the discount to start once you hit 10 units. So with range, when you're at 15, all 15 of these units are going to get the discount added to it once you add the tiers next. And then with slab, it's, let's say you have 15 units and the discount starts at 10. Only the last 5, that 10 to 15, are the ones that are going to get the discount. So basically range discounts all the units, slab only discounts the units within each tier as it goes. Kind of like a tax bracket. And then discount unit here, specify the discount unit amount or percent. Most of the time you'll probably do percent. Amount or price, that's like just a fixed amount that would get chunked off. So we'll go ahead and just keep it pretty standard. You'll probably do range and percent most of the time. And now when we get here, and then you could add a description to be more specific. You should do that on yours, but I'm gonna go ahead and just click edit tiers here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do 0 to 10, lower bound, 0 to 10, discount 0%. You just go ahead and click that plus right there. I'll do 10 to 20. So lower bound, you're going to keep the same as that upper bound there. Just keep it really easy. Go ahead and do that again. And then I'll just do 20 to 30. Just see what that does. Go ahead and do 20 and then 30. And then I'll do a 20% discount there. Save. That point will check if everything looks good. It will let you save. If there's an error, it'll let you know there. Okay, so next what we need to do is attach this discount schedule to a specific product or products that you'd like. In our case, I'm going to just attach it to a cell phone. So if somebody buys between 10 to 20 cell phones, they'll get a 10% discount on all of them. And if somebody buys 20 to 30 cell phones, they'll get a 20% discount. So I'm going to go ahead and just click products here. I've got one recently viewed, but you could click all products or create a new one if you're adding a new one to this. And I'm just going to scroll down, click on that same one that we found before. I'll type in smartphone. Perfect. So now the easiest way is just go straight to edit and Control or Command F, discount. But you'll find it in the Salesforce CPQ discount, and it could be even in a different area if your organization is customized. But simply, now we'll click on discount schedule, add the one that we created, and go ahead and click save. Now that it's been saved, we'll go ahead and just go down here, look at it, make sure that it's like highlighted there and clickable. And that's when you know that once you create a quote and add this product with the current quantity and everything like that, that it was set up with the tiers, it will work effectively. And there are also lots of other discounts that you can add if you'd like. You don't need to do any of those, but sometimes with a little bit more complex organizations, it might be required. So yeah, go ahead and look at those. The principles are very similar. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the price rules, which is a little bit more complex and advanced than discount schedules, but you can be a bit more specific with what you'd like. And then at the end, we'll demonstrate both of them to make sure that they works. So I'm going to go ahead and just click price rules here. Don't have any. So just like the other one, we're going to start new. And instead of cell phones, I'm going to do tablet volume 10 to 20. Very similar, just keep it easy. And then through here, you'll see there are a few required fields: evaluation scope and conditions met. Okay, apologize for the little jump cut. I wanted to do something a little bit more complex and maybe useful for a price rule because, like I said, they're a little more advanced. So I went ahead and changed the name here to just healthcare industry 15%. So if the person that we're selling this to is a part of the healthcare industry, they're going to get 15% discount just because that's what we want to do. And so evaluation scope says, as you see, event during which this rule is evaluated. So basically, in other words, this tells the price rule when to run. So calculator is the most common. When you save a quote, it will basically calculate the like prices and stuff. So like if you have a certain amount of quantity and a price is here, it's going to have to calculate to give you the net price. And so we just want this one to set during calculator. And then conditions met, you can do all, any, or custom. I typically like custom. It's just you could do whatever you want. And then these advanced conditions, which we'll get to, is kind of like an and or with parentheses and such. But I guess for this one, we can actually just do all, because if they're healthcare industry, we're going to give them that discount that they need. So now we will click save. Perfect. So now that we're here, we see price conditions and price actions. We're going to need to configure both of these. The price condition is an if. So if a certain criteria is met, like if the account is part of the healthcare industry, then we will activate this price action, which is a discount of 15%. So there's lots of different things that we're going to do. We're going to keep it simple, just with discounts. So we're going to configure this price condition object. We're going to look at the quote line here. The field, we're going to do account industry. These are ones that were already populated with my default developer org here. And I'm just going to scroll down and click operator. So this is kind of like the real if information. And I'm going to do equals a value. And the value that I'll be filtering is healthcare. And it is important that you type it in exactly as it is in the field on the account, but I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now I'll select new price action. We're going to create a new one again with the target object. This is what this price action is going to be targeting. So we wanted that quote line for this example. It'll just look at every single quote line or product that's added. And to get every product with a discount, there's many options, but the target field, we're going to do discount percentage. And then you don't need to worry about these other things right now. Order determines which order a rule might be executed. So if this one is executed first and then one comes after it that overwrites it, then that could happen. But in this case, we don't need to worry about it. So I'm just going to do a value of 15, and because it's percent, it's going to go straight to 15%, and we will click save. So next, I'm going to demonstrate a quote. I'm just going to create a quote. I'm going to make my account become a healthcare industry account, and I'll show you what happens when we add the phones, and then I'll add some other products to show the healthcare, just straight 15% up here. Okay, I went and jumped to the creation of a quote on an account that is a healthcare industry account. So as you can see, there is a 15%, oh, there we go, a 15% additional discount to everything. And I have a quantity of 9 to my 6-inch smartphone, which is where our discount schedule was made. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it as a 10 and quick save, and there will be more discount you'll see get added to that. And it's not under the additional discount, but as you can see now, the list unit price, this is how much the phone normally costs, is now $497.25. I'll go back to 9 just so you can see that net unit price is back down. Back up, I should say. So it's $552.50. So I hope this video was helpful to you for being able to figure out how to do discounts within your organization. It will save you lots of headache and money if you do this right. So feel free to check out our other videos on the Solve channel, and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.